feel that I was maybe intimidated at first because like we didn't know each other, and then suddenly it's like, hi, nice to meet you. I went to collaborate in a song.
You had never talked to her before this?
No. I wrote her on Instagram. And
what is up, LATV familia? My name is AK, and today we are at Sony Studios celebrating none other than iLe. Welcome to LA, girl.
Thank you.
Okay, we're promoting your album, okay, and also a very special song con la Reina Ivy Queen, okay? But this is gonna be, I want to press rewind a little bit, okay? 20 years ago, in 2003, no sé si te acuerdas, ¿dónde estabas cuando escuchaste Quiero Bailar by Ivy Queen?
I think I was probably at home, but I remember having the feeling of shock because I was probably like in 8th grade. So there were perreo times in Puerto Rico.
Hey.
And it was crazy because you could feel like, oh, like I'm enjoying this. I like to do perreo, but I didn't want to send like the wrong message. And I feel that like I didn't want to feel guilty about it. So when Ivy released that song, it was like, oh yeah, like exactly, this is what it is. This is how I feel. Like I can do it. Like it's just like it's your problem. Like I can do whatever I want. So yeah, it was very powerful.
I think that's the craziest part. Like hablando de este género, like urbano, reggaeton, and all that kind of thing. You know, like there's a lot of songs out there, and a lot of them are misogynistic, right? But Ivy Queen with that song, it's like, wait, there's boundaries. Like I can still echar pedreo, and there's you know what I mean? Like que viva la mujer.
Sí, definitely. Thank Ivy for that.
Yeah, which also touches on the concepts of your album, which we're going to talk about a little bit. So tell us, what was it like to work with her for Algo Bonito?
It was great. I mean, I feel that I was maybe intimidated at first because like we didn't know each other, and then suddenly it's like, hi, nice to meet you. I went to collaborate in a song.
You had never talked to her before this?
No. I wrote her on Instagram, and she was very intrigued by what I wanted to do with her. So then I sent her the song, and she was super excited about it, and she loved the chorus, and she told me that she wanted to work with it. So we had a very good communication throughout the whole process, and it was important for me to feel that energy, that connection with her. So I told her, you do whatever you want, you just say whatever you want to say. If there's something that I feel that I want to tell you, I can tell you, but you just throw out everything you want. And I didn't have to fix anything. Like it was perfect when she sent her part. So it's super powerful to have her in this song that is very feminist and very combative.
What is the reason behind the name being in all caps? Because you have 11 tracks on this new album, but this one specifically is in all caps.
I think it's because the song is Algo Bonito, and I think maybe you think about something different when you read it, if you don't know what the song is about. And it's also like a statement, you know. It's a little about redefining what Algo Bonito or something beautiful is to us as women. That is not based on patriarchy or what society thinks it's supposed to be, but what we want, and that includes our rights for everything that we still don't have that correspond to us. And many other things that are part of our day by day, but it's about that, you know, that fight that we go through all the time, and you know, it's I enjoy it.
Where do you get the courage to like keep these conversations going? Porque aquí tienes el álbum y tú dijiste, lo vamos a hablar. You know, that takes a lot of courage.
I feel that it angers me when I feel these things, you know, and it's a shame a little that we are still struggling with basic things, you know, that we shouldn't have to be struggling as much. But you know, we still live in an ignorant and toxic world that we are trying to find ways to detox all those things, and it takes time, and I try to tell that to myself all the time to feel a little more calm, you know, because like it's about going a little by little, and sometimes it can feel like I feel desperate, you know, and frustrated, but it doesn't stop me to keep going. So it's just like, I think it depends a lot with collectiveness, you know, like when you sometimes feel like that, but then suddenly you see something like right now in Mexico, they just did like a big march. Like there were like a lot of women, and we in Puerto Rico that are so small, we don't know what that is about, you know, that so many women in the streets, and it's super powerful. And sometimes when we feel down, suddenly you see that and it gives you like energy, and it wants you to keep going, and it's you feel like that solidarity, like in between countries, and suddenly like we're all part of this. So that is beautiful. Like that makes me keep going and keep talking about this, even if it takes time to work it out. But the goal is to stop violence and stop these mistreatments, and you know, it's so we're not gonna stop until that happens.
Well, you've been about it, you are about it, and you're gonna keep being about it, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so speaking of your trajectory a little bit, we know what this third album touches on, but how would you say maybe you would describe yourself and your first album compared to yourself and your second album?
Super different. I think that I maybe tend to judge myself a little too much, but in my first album I did it like all the time. So I think those are things that I've been unlearning. Not to you know, feel that I just like that I need to be hard on myself so much, you know. It's just I mean, I need to want things to go the way I want to, but it doesn't mean that I need to you know, ¿cómo se dice? Lastimar. Lastimarme a mí misma and boycott myself and my own process. You know, processes are different, and you have to play around with them, but it's all part of them. Like just enjoying it, even if it's not as you want them to be, and you have to try to get out of them, and it's just like a little like a game. But at the beginning I felt that frustrated me so much that I was just like blaming myself for things that I didn't need to. So now I learned from that, and I feel that I'm more free in my own process.
A lot of us, when we were younger, we were blaming ourselves. You're like, ¿por qué no soy perfecta? O me tengo que ver así, o que el mundo dice esto, y, you know, oh, me dicen que calladita me veo más bonita, you know, all those kind of things. And now it's just like, no, we're imperfect, and that's beautiful, you know? And everybody be imperfect. Be imperfect your way, and you could still live like that, you know?
Definitely. I think it's, at the end, it's about, you know, accepting what we are and who we are, and going towards freedom, you know, feeling happy about ourselves and how we are and who we are, and go towards that.
Such a beautiful message. iLe.